Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Ariga. Pagalagipsi, everybody. Kainagipsi, Kairasi. I would like to welcome all of you to our second ever Inupiaq Language Lunch and Learn hosted by the Inupiaq Studies Department here at Inupiaq. Inupiaq for supporting our students with your presence. So it's always good to have our staff and guests, other faculty members to listen to our students speak Inupiaq. So that's one great way to support our students. Uvluloitak. Uvlupak sisimeksalut, kilimi paluk. The time goes by so fast. We're both very happy to be here today. Inupiaq siniga neyuk, tanik siniga jerka Amit Levitt, Amit koya gurunga, katin na runga, pikatikaktunga, uikaktunga kayan mik pisugat, malagonik mekhlek tukaktuguk, panikaktunga nasukparagalu, Amit kagalu, savaktunga ilisalvigmi Inupiaq studies mi, ilisauri runga. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. My Inupiaq name is Nayuk. My English name is Jerica Amit Levitt. My husband is Kayan. I have two daughters. Their names are Nasuk Barak and Amit Kak. I am from Inupiaq and I work here in Inupiaq Studies. I am an instructor here. And I'll go ahead and have my partner here introduce herself.
What's up, everyone? Uvanga Mikian Anira Hunet Mariner. Utkaravig mi wurunga, savaktunga, Elisaravig mi, Inupiaq studies me. Nice to see you guys all here. Thank you guys. You're on mute, Jerica.
I was talking away. So we're a two-person department. Can you guys hear us okay? Is there still an echo?
I can hear you.
Okay. Ariga. So we're a two-person department right now, and I was saying that I'm so proud of our little team here in Inupiaq Studies. I love our little team. So some protocols before we begin presentation. So please make sure you're on mute, and I'm pretty sure you all are very familiar with Zoom and you know about mute and stuff. But just a reminder, please make sure to press mute and to prevent any background noises. If you're not talking, please put yourself on mute. And if you are talking, make sure to turn your video on so everyone can see you. If you have any questions or comments, you can either use the chat feature or hold off until the end. All right. Angayu neaktunga akupak. Angayun una Ernest Kiranek. Angayu tikaktuk puguit katmun. Tego neaktunga angayunga. So from the Puiguit Kat book, some of you might have heard of the Puiguit Kat book. It's completely written in Inupiaq and it's transcribed into English. Leona Okakuk had transcribed it both Inupiaq and Tanikdun. And in that book, Ernest Terniak, he has a prayer in there. And I would like to go ahead and read this prayer as best I could in Inupiaq. And this is a picture of part of the prayer. And I will go ahead and pray over our Inupiaq language and also over our food. Savak, ang iman. Make sure you're on mute. Okay. Savak, ang iman, savaring niyak duni, innisun, ubap tikturinyak, savarirak raring niktikput, kamanak dortin God, monariptigun, Jesus Christ kun, kinorvignere riptigin, tap tumani, angayu roni, atanek, ami savak kanitun, ubaptinun, savak tigivluwu, kanutun at kinriva, suli sivuninga, kanutun anek tigriva, atanek asi tav krumani, uglugu roami, inyu laruluta, aulapti yumariptiut. Ang ariptigun, Jesus Christ kun, apirigiptigin, amen.
Amen.
So that's a nice prayer by Ernest. And the translation you can see on the right hand side. And you know, when we talk about the Puiwik book, in the Puiwik book, they talk about stories. So at that time, they as they were compiling stories, that was a big job. Today, we're in 2022. Our Inupiaq language is a big job. And when I say this prayer, we cannot revitalize our language alone. We need to do it together and we need to speak together. And it's still so relevant, you know, the job, it's so big and we want to make sure that we can all revitalize it together and be part of this, this big revitalization. So much to be done, so much to be done. We're going to go ahead and eat Inuit Manitut Inupiaq Studies Classroom Me Akupak. So for those who are here in Inupiaq Studies in our classroom, we'll go ahead and have them get some food. So we have a little bit of unalik, which is the bowhead whale, but also salmon leaves. So we have just unalik kimchi and a little bit of salmon leaves. So we'll allow the people who are here to go ahead and get the food now that we have said our prayer. So we'll go ahead and give a minute for everybody to go ahead and get their food. Go ahead and eat. We have the food right there, some pugutarat, kakirakalu, alutautilu, forks and spoons and napkins. So feel free to help yourself. Okay, Eve.
Yeah, he got you.
Did you guys make them or were they already? They were already. Oh. Nice. So for those who are online, I'll go ahead and play a video so you're not just sitting there. So let's see. I'll share my screen. So this is actually can you guys hear me okay? Okay, all right, just wanted to make sure. There's a little bit of background noise while they're getting their food. So this video, this is actually the first time that I'll be sharing this video. I had worked with Marka Ikiok Stackhouse. She has been an educator for many years regarding, you know, Inupiaq education. She used to work here at Ilissalvik in the Inupiaq Studies Department. She's an elder and someone who I really look up to. And so this video, it's like a video tutorial, to make a jelly. So it's all in Inupiaq, and she provided the Inupiaq translations. So I'll go ahead and just play it. Fiery jelly liornak tunga.
Ulalatak.
Uwananoktaru ti lioneramik jellimik. Ilisauti nerivsi naurenin tenyaktok fiery mik. Uva malaroa rachrat. Saluma karluich nauret. Ilaluru malorornik kalurararnik naurenik. Suli malorornik kalurararnik emermik. Kala tillugu asi anmuktarlugu kalatillaurarlugu tallimat minutes tun tapko nauret misuiritaktillugi. Tamna sayulen kinyakarnaktok terluraktatun nara tingukpalatun kavsak. Nauret chiriyarluri nauret imanganin. Sayunga alamon hurutamurluru. Sivurluru ivsanga naurenin. Tav hruma tilemin maluronik kaluraranik emerlurik nasarluru emermik namaitpan. Tavra unaktok tiler ilaluru alutau tekparmik lamen merlu avanganik suli alutau tikkulu ramik parramik. Ilaluru malurunik alutau tekparnik paktanmik. Kalatillaurarluru adausimik minitun. Ilaluru adausimik avavsa merlu kaluraramik avumik naka malurunik kaluraranik. Kalatillaurarluru adausimik minitun. Immerluri tapkor jellied glass iranginun. Tapkor matukarluri kalatigluri kulitun minitun. Taula murluri asi nigalaxerluri uvluperluru. Ariga kayomirakta. Kuinakpak Martha Ikiok Stackhouse Mumiksok Inipetun Kuinakpak umatimnin Ariga. All right. So that's Martha Ikiok Stackhouse, one of my mentors. So I was really happy that she was able to help translate the video tutorial for how to make a jelly. One of the things that I remember Edna Elrep McLean, one of the things she likes to stress is that we need videos of these types of things, like video tutorials, how to make things all in Inupiaq, to perpetuate our language. And it's awesome to see different videos being created regarding the language. So that was a lot of fun. All right, so we're going to just continue moving forward. So it looks like everybody has their food here in the classroom. Okay, let me do this. So we're going to start off with our Inu 114 class, which is Foundations of Inupiaq Language Learning. So it's a very basic course. So if anybody is like wanting to learn, the language, we have Inu 114, Foundations of Inupiaq Language Learning, and it's goes over like the very basic sounds of the language, a very basic vocabulary, very basic sentences, pronunciation. So if you're like at that stage, I would highly recommend that course. So we're gonna go ahead and show some videos of the class. So like I said, it's a very basic course. So we have students learning very basic things. And so I have a video to show. So give me 1 second. E?
Christina said that she can't really hear you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, is your volume all the way up on there?
Yes. Can you all?
Oh, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she said it sounded kind of quiet, so I was like, I just want to make sure.
It's better?
Yes, I think it was just part of your video that was quiet.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was the video.
all right. All right, I'll go ahead and play this. You'll see majority of our students from the class.
Tumungak means raven. Kimik means dog. Nanuk means polar bear. Sikrik means ground squirrel.
And this is as loud as it can get, so I apologize.
Means, cat. That's all.
It is tutu, and I spell it Tuttu. And one more is nanuk. It's a polar bear. So Nanuq, nanuk. Inupiaq.
The tutu or caribou, and then to the left is the wolf or amarok. Thank you very much.
Inupiaq Ilisari Ilisak Dunga to get better at speaking Inupiaq.
Akaga Sayukduk Uvlupak, which means my mother is dancing today. Koinakpak.
Inupiaq language only has 3 vowels, A, I, and U, but we also have double vowels, A, I, and U. And the language also has diphthongs, which is a combination of these vowels, which are AI, IA, AU, UA, IU, and UI.
So learning about where the sounds came from in the back of your throat and diphthongs and things.
I am in Inupiaq is Uwanga, so it would be Uwanga Witten Ovia. I am studying at Inupiaq College would be Inupiaq.
So to say I am and your name, you would say Uvanga and your name. So Uvanga Shane would be I am Shane. To say where you're from, you say the place and then Mirungana. So I am from Houston would be Houston Mirungana. And then to say thank you, you just say Kayanakpak, which is thank you very much.
Sayuktak, and it means she, he, or it is dancing.
Kimik, which is a dog, it's Qimmik. Kimik, which is a dog, is Qimmik. Thank you. Going up.
I apologize if some of the videos are quiet. I have it as loud as it could go. So we do have one student here that's in the class. So in this class, the students create a short book. It could be about themselves, it could be about, different things. So I'll have him come sit down right here where I'm sitting, and then he will read his book, Okay. So I have this mouse. You're gonna have it's on this screen. So you'll have to sit. You could be right here and navigate the oven knob.
Sorry. Good afternoon, everybody. Uvanga Nestor Martinez, Inupiaq Siniga Nasuk. California Migurunga. Apaga is Jose Martinez. Apaga is Norma Martinez. And Ilisaktunga. That's all I can do right now. I'm kind of nervous. Caught me on the spot, but so this is the book that I wrote, and I wrote it about my pups. So it is Kimira Ilarak. These are all pictures of my dogs. And this is Kimira Sinektuk, Kimira Makiktuk, Kimira Negaruk, Kimira Piraktuk, Kimira Pakaktuk, Ava Kimira Pakak, Kimira Akpaktuk, Kimira Mayoktuk, Kimira Kuviasoktuk, Kimira Akupiruk, Kimira Kairuk, Kuinakpak. And all those words were Sinektuk means he is sleeping, Makiktuk means he is standing, Nilaruk means he's eating, Piraktuk means he's playing, Pakaktuk means he's rummaging, looking through everything, Akpaktuk means he's running, Mayoktuk means he's climbing, Kuriasuktuk is he is happy, Akupiruk he is sitting, Kairuk he is crying. Koyinakpak, thank you.
Ariga Koinakpak Nestor. I know it was a last minute. I had asked you, but you did really great. Ariga. All right. So I do have another student presentation. She is not here, but I am so proud of her for all the different things that she's doing here at Ilisarvik. And so I'll just go ahead and read hers. Inupiaq Way of Life, book by Nicole Atkito Neakpak. Hilaktunga Urumik. Bukuktunga. Nereirunga Tutu Kwaralu Maktaralu. Paniktaliaktunga. Kiraktunga. Arga. This picture here, Kiraktuk, in one of our classes, she's crimping with her teeth, making the hard mukluk sole. So she's been really busy in our classes and learning the language. Ariga. Okay. So that is a little snippet of our Inu 113 Foundations of Inupiaq Language course. So next we're going to go to our second language course that we offer, which is Inu 131 Elementary Inupiaq 2. So in the fall time we had Elementary Inupiaq 1, and then we have Elementary Inupiaq 2 this semester. So I just want to mention that I am a second language learner. And so when I teach, it's kind of like I'm learning as I go. So it's been a lot of fun. I enjoy learning the language and teaching the language, even though it's very basic. So I really try. We're going to start off with introductions of our students. We have 6 students in the class this semester, and their introductions are really like speeches. So they're all about them, and they go, in depth into like their siblings, their family, where they were born, where they're from, if they're married, things like that. So it goes really in depth. So I'll just go down the list. We'll start off with Ayolhuk, and make sure you put your camera on so everybody could see you.
Just a moment. Let me get that on. Hello. Okay, you could hear me?
E.
Uvanga Lorena Gray, Inupiaq Sinaga Ayokok, Tanik Sinaga Lorena Gray, Gray Kayo Garunga, Utkavik Mi Garunga, Anchorage Mi Anigarunga, Savaktunga Homi, Ilisaktunga Ilisalvigmi, Akaga Rachel Forbes, Akaga Shishmaf Miuruk, Aningoruk Anchorage Me, Apaga Clinton Gray, Apaga Nome Sitnasak Miuruk, Aningoruk Seattle Me, Akaluga Nelly Kagruk Forbes, Akaluga Shishmaf Miuruk, Aningoruk Shishmaf Me, Apaluga William Forbes, Apaluga Seattle Washington Miuruk, Aningoruk Seattle Washington Me, Amalga Blanche Lincoln, Amalga Katsabu Miuruk, Aningoruk Kikik Tagaruk, Wainwright Me, and Nukalukak Tunga, Malako Katinget, Faith Lu Tyler Lu, Michlik Tukak Tunga, Sisamat Atinget, Kating Nag Tunga, Anavik Kaktunga, Umea Kavik Talamani, Ilasak Tunga Ilasalvigmi, Isuminaronga, Katik Chung Itunga, Inuinak Akimak Maluruk. Sorry, my camera was off, but thank you everybody, and I'm glad to be here. And I'm really glad to be learning my Inupiaq language with everyone else along the way. Koinak.
Ariga Koinakpak Ayolhuk, Ariga Ukaktudin, Asi Siliuna, Ilivin Liu.
Na Pagla Gipsi, Uvanga Alex, Inupiaq Sisira, Siliuna, Tanak Sisera Alexander, Harvey Koyagarunga, Fairbanks Mi Aningarunga, Pamapak, Inurunga, Takiagmi, Akaga Heather, Akaga Vermont Mi Agorok, Aningarok Vermont Mi, Apaga Les, Apaga Vermont Mi Agorok, Aningarok Vermont Mi, Akakak, Janet Lu, Harvey Lu, Akayuga, Vermont Mi Agorok, Aningarok Vermont Mi, Apakak, Hewlett Lu, Harvey Lu, Apayuga, Vermont Mi Agorok, Aningarok Vermont Mi, Amautka, Ackerman Lu, Harvey Lu, Grover Lu, Hewlett Lu, Amalga Harvey, Vermont Miagorok, Aningarok Vermont Mi, Atausinik, Atarakak Tuna, Atina Heidi, Malaganik, Nayak, Atinik, Harmony Lu, Elizabeth Lu, Malaganik, Apayak, Atinik, Leslie Lu, Justin Lu, Nulakak Tuna, Atina Harley, Miklik Turat, Sisanik, Atinit, Harper Lu, Asher Lu, Alexander Lu, Ambrose Lu, Ilistok Tuna, Ilistogev Mi, Suvak Tuna, Iligarakavek Mi, Deku, Kainapak.
Ariga Koinakpak Siliuna, Ukaktudin, Katak. Katak Ilivin Lu.
Sorry, I lost my screen for a second there. Hi there. I'm having computer technical difficulties, but I made it through. Paglaik Pisi Uvlalodak Inupiaq Atinga Katak Tanik Atinga Carolyn Tanana Mirunga Utkalving Mirunga Nuakaktunga Atinga Atkiksaluk Miklik Kaktunga Atingutuk Tut Akisa Kaksaklu Kalingulu Asoyalu Kemikaktunga Atinga Missy Beto Aniruk Akaka Nutak Aktalik Island Prudhoe Bay Aniruk Apaka Donald Hood River Oregon Aniruk Amalga Kataklu Kunagaraklu Nutaklu Uyaraklu Amaulunga Atkaksaklu Asaraklu Apia Kaktunga Sisamanik Atingik Carrie Donald Robert John Atara Kaktunga Atausikmik Atinga Kabuyuk Nukalu Kaktunga Pingasunik Atingik Nasukluk Lu Avyukluk Lu Floyd Lu. Thank you.
Koinakpa katak ariga ukaktutin. Atkitok 11 lu.
Bunga atkitok. Inupiaq sinaga atkitok. Tanik sinaga damar shrewd. Inuanyak talimanik Kiu Ningaronga Kamuti Kaktunga Kaitela Kwai Horonga Kik Dami Horonga Sit Miswag me Aningaronga Subaktunga Kinik tribe me Elisaktunga Elisagvig me Akaga Peggy Kaitelak Akaga Kik Dami Horok Aningarok Sit Miswag me Apaga John Hirschrud, Apaga Haisha Milrock, Aningarok, Rapid City Me, Akaluga Gavak, Akaluga Kekta Milrock, Aningarok Tikpik Me, Apaluga Alexan, Apaluga Kekta Milrock, Aningarok Sete Sagmi, Amalga Irene Olana, Amalga Sete Savmilbrook, Akalukaktunga, Adosimikatinga Alexan, Nakalukaktunga, Adosimikatinga Kalinak, Neresuktunga Akutumik, Utkiagvig Mugniaktunga.
Ariga koinakpak atkitok ukaktutin. Aganaichak 11 lu.
Akalagiksi Uvanga Joanne Unatoa Inupiaq Siniga Aganaichak Roy Brower Koya Runga Utkalvig me Runga Ani Ronga Utkalvig me Savaktunga Ilisakavig me Ilisaktunga Ilisakavig me Ukaktunga Taniga Salomona Unatoa Sisamanik Miklik Tuk Kakturut Miklik Tuk Kakturuk Atinga Naraklu Kipuranlu Kubaklu Kulaklu Akaga Flora Brower Akaga Tikia Mihuruk Anirok Tikigakmi Apaga Harry Brower Jr. Apaka Ukelvimi Guruk, Akakuk Kathleen Liu, Annie Liu, Apakuk Daniel Liu, Harry Senior Liu, Amautka Steve Liu, Terza Liu, Charles Liu, Asengatuk Liu, Atarai Chuna, Nukalukak Dunga Sisamanik Atiga, Kasaklu, Kubaklu, Aluklu, Dareanalu, Abiyaichunga, Tavra, Kuyinakbak.
Inupiaq, Inupiaq, Ukaktutin. Asi, we have one more student, Pichuk Akupak. She's not here today, but I do have a recording of her introduction. Neruk.
Uvlalotak, uvanga neruk, Inupiaq siniga neruk, tinik siniga cherish. Ingebrigtsen kuya gurunga, ukivogi mi gurunga, Anchorage mi ningaronga, pangmapak ningaronga, sinisogi vigimi, ilisoktunga vigimi, savoktunga umeakpakmi, anaga, simiayuk, anaga, ukivogi mi guruk, aningarok, Anchorage mi, dataga, Ryan, dataga, anchor point mi guruk, ningarok, anchor point me, analuga, Maureen, analuga, Anchorage mi guruk, ningarok, Anchorage me, dataga, dataluga, dan, dataluga, Anchorage mi guruk, ningarok, Anchorage me, amalga, gahavina, amalga, ukivogi mi guruk, ningarok, ukivogimi. Alkak lukak tunga adausmik atinga sinilak na yukak tunga adausmik atinga gahavina kimikak tunga adausmik atinga Oakley. Goyanakpak anagalu.
Ariga Neruk Una. So those are all of the Elisakto, the students from the 131. The last thing I wanted to show is some of their videos. So give me 1 second. I'm going back and forth between my screens. Okay. I apologize if you can't hear it good. I have it as loud as it can be.
Kanaretin uvlupak. Nakuranga asi ilibin. Kuveasuk tunga. Aviga naku nik sutin. Kavsinik nukaulukapa. Malabunik nukaulukap tunga. Atingik nasukluklu aviuklu. Asi ilibin. Malabunik nukaulukap tunga. Atingik nasukluklu aviuklu. Alia kakati lapkap tin. Uvangalu. Davra.
Hi.
Hi.
Kanorit bin uvlupak.
Nakurunga asi elven.
Naku miunga.
Biluatak tuten.
Kanukin ngavin unugman.
Oingrak tuanga.
Kanorit pa sila.
Kianak tuk.
Ariga ukakat terilap kapkit.
Anagalu.
Uvliluataku mauten.
Uvleluataku mauten.
Ataraka bin I ataraka dunga asi 11 Naomi atarai junga nukaluka bin Naomi nukalui junga asi 11 lu I nukaluka dunga abiyakak bin I abiyakak dunga apiyan kimik dulakak pa dulenga apiyakma kipuan.
Pakalakipin. I'll be teaching you how to say, how are you today? And responding, I am good. So, how are you today is Kanuakpin Uvlupak. And then you'd respond by saying, Nakurunga, I am good. Koinak.
Kinyai Levin. Katak. Kinyai Inupiaq Atinga. Inupiaq Atinga Katak. Kinyai Tanik Atinga. Tanik Atinga Carolyn. Kitkoya Rovin. Asara Koya Rurunga. Sumio Rovin. Calvin Miurunga. Sumi Aninga Roti. Kanana mi Aninga Ronga. I was really there, okay?
Kanurit Basila. Alapa, Kianak Duk. Kianak Huni, Uvlupak, Alapa, Heraga.
Parlakipin. Sulakpin. Enyala akara.
Uvlupak timna sunna.
Uvlupak epianak sugut.
Kakuro olavniak tuatin.
Olaniak tunga atau janak pada.
Oh, kupiamik.
Naomi niresuk tunga asyam.
Kenneringait jongaon niuva uvlupak.
Uvangalo.
Suliuk tunga.
Arigaw.
6 o'clock tuk. Tilame palok.
Kianak pak ukakadirela kapkit.
Uvlilot ako mountain.
Anagalu.
We have just one more that I'll show. Oh, shucks, we can't. It won't work. Sabagi chuk. Okay. So I hope you all enjoyed our student presentations today. Since we have some audience in here, we might as well practice some Inupiaq with everybody. I'm going to type on our PowerPoint here. If I can find where my oven up, there it is. And we'll have everybody around the room practice how to introduce themselves. And if you're on the line, if you're on Zoom, it's a good time to practice saying who you are. So to say I am, like to say your name, you say Ubanga. And you all could repeat after me. Say Ubanga.
Uvanga.
Ubanga.
Uvanga.
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 Ariga. Ubanga.
Uvanga.
Uvanga Jerica. I am Jerica. So that's how you would introduce your name. To say I am from a place, you would insert the place name. Niurunga. So for example, since we are in Inupiaq, we would take off the K, change it to a G. So Inupiaq Niurunga. To say I am from Inupiaq. So let me break it up. Inupiaq.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Inupiaq Niurunga. This means okay, so let's say I will sound it out and you all can repeat after me. Have
Mew.
Do we have any volunteers who would like to, I guess we could start with the in classroom. Here in the classroom, do we have any volunteers who would like to say Ubanga and then Utkarvig like right here in front of the screen? So every
over there?
Okay,
Okay, so how do you say it again?
Ubanga, I'll help
All right,
you. Okay, Alphabet means go sit down.
All right.
So you can sit right there. Okay. Ubanga.
All right, Uvanga.
Utkarvig Niurunga.
Utqiagvik Niluna.
Yeah. So where are you from? Like for
Kentucky Miluna.
yeah, Ariga. Kinyasuli, any other volunteers?
I'll try.
Okay. Yeah.
We have another meeting, but we'll try.
Okay, so Akubitin, you can sit right here.
Don't videotape this time. Okay, Woonga, Jeff, Illinois, Miugu, Miugu, yes, okay, yeah, that was bad.
Fellow Midwest.
Thank you very much for inviting us to this space.
Kinyasuli. Who else? Okay, Akubitin.
I was only doing the online class, short online class. Uvanga Michelle, Los Angeles Niurunga.
Yeah, Ariga, yay. Kuinakpa. Kinyasuli. Okay.
Uvanga Katie, Oregon, Miuguruna.
Okay, I'm going to ask the people online now. Kinyasali, who would like to introduce themselves?
I'm ready.
Okay, David.
Uvanga David. Mugurona.
Ariga, Krinak David. And I saw Moema.
Yeah. Uvanga Moema. Brazil Miogurona. Is that correct?
Ariga, Krinak. Justina.
Uvanga Justina. Utkiagvig Mugurunga.
Ariga, Krinak. Abu. Nancy.
Oh, I was just cheering everybody on. Uvunga Naliachak Kaga Grant Utkyavik Muguranga.
Ariga, Nancy. Ariga. Any other volunteers?
I can go.
Havale.
Uvanga Havale Inupiaq singing Nariak or American Samoa Minguranga.
Ariga Havale Nariak. Ariga. Anybody else in the classroom or on Zoom before we wrap it up? Tambra.
Not today.
Oh, Kimberly?
I was saying I'm not feeling very brave today. But
Okay.
Kimalirak, Texas, Miugurunga. But for 20 years, Utkag Vik Miugurunga.
Ariga. Koinakpak Kimberly. Ariga. Koinakpak everybody in classroom and on Zoom. Koinakpak for attending our second ever Inupiaq language lunch and learn. So we just love to celebrate our beautiful culture, our beautiful language, and the revitalization of it. And each of you are part of that. So Koinakpak. Anagalu everybody. See you all next time.
Bye.
Koinakpak.